Hello, everyone, and welcome to SpeedGaming. We've got a race for the Link to the Past Randomizer League Season 3 playoffs. We've got Amish Paradise, represented by Radical Sniper, and Noble Foxes, represented by ObscureLifeForm. I'm Zekai, and joining me in the booth today is Trix.
Hi, Zeke. How are you doing today?
Doing well. I know you did a little research into these guys' last match.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually the second time they're facing each other. Of course, as these are the division finals, both teams face each other in the group stage. And right now, as the first game of the playoffs in the division finals, they face each other again. And also, Radical Sniper and ObscureLifeForm face each other again. So it's their second game, actually.
Yes, Radical Sniper and ObscureLifeForm faced in Week 6 for all Dungeon Key Sanity. And we've got a Game 5 that determines who moves on and who goes home. So I'm excited to see this.
Exactly, and for the mode we have here, it's open all dungeons, map compass shuffle with a normal pool, randomized swords, and enemy shuffle, but no boss shuffle.
That's something that's interesting to keep in mind. Enemy shuffle means that that dungeons can have challenging enemies, but you can expect, for example, the Landmolas will be in Desert Palace like they're supposed to be.
Yeah, and there's some additional things like you won't need a bow for Eastern Palace, and you don't need a bow for Pot on the right side. And here we go, we have two different starts. Oh! Early Moon Pearl.
First check Moon Pearl at Link's house.
Oh, it's interesting to see. We see two different starts. ObscureLifeForm starting at Link's house. Radical Sniper starting at the Sanctuary.
And we've got some Beamos guarding the castle today.
And therefore, no way to check the first triple. No enemy to kill there.
And that is not a fun enemy to find here in the tight space of the secret passage. That red hard hat beetle hits for 2 hearts of damage.
Radical Sniper giving us an early information if we have a Naga seed. Oh, Anka with the flippers. Oh, there's a small key.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Small key on Aga does tend to mean an early Aga can be in play.
Yeah, right. And if you're looking for only one small key, for example, the Swamp small key, you always have this in the back of your head.
And they'll be looking for those keys too, because this is, again, all dungeons.
Yeah, right. I mean, at some points we will see some glitches by the runners where we kind of need less key than the game's intention is, but sometimes we still need keys. For example, Swamp.
Yeah, we haven't found a way to get past the Swamp small key door without going into no logic territory.
Yeah. Okay, so Radical Sniper heading to Kakariko. ObscureLifeForm showing us the checks. Radical Sniper already showed us before.
So we did get one bomb, which is a beneficial thing to find early. We'd like another one.
Yeah. Or even some more. But I mean, usually you find a lot of bombs here, but as it is key sanity, well, without the big keys, it's chance, of course, quite lower to find bombs here.
So the well so far has had a bug net, bombos. There's some bombs. That's good to find.
Yeah, there are. Oh, and the compass for Swamp. Okay, so now we found the flippers, Moon Pearl, and bombos. Oh, there's the hookshot. And the hammer.
So this Kakariko has a lot of early progression.
Yeah, it's pretty stacked.
MCS is map, compass, and small key shuffle.
So let's see. Are we with these early flippers? Sora's already in logic, but we won't have money for him at this point. So let's see. I mean, there are a lot of checks left on south, but could be also with early flipper checks, early Sora check. And in Key Sanity, it's hard to find rupees in the beginning.
It can be, for certain. But I also believe both of these runners, if they need the money when they have gloves, they will... Oh, guard barracks!
Yeah. Oh man, that's that's one of the worst rooms in Randomizer.
The fact that there's 3 of those in here is terrifying. But luckily that hookshot came into play. Small key to Skull Woods.
Yeah. That's one of the small keys we don't really need. One is nice to have, so you can take the drop down, but it's not really what we are looking for.
The first small key to Skullwoods, in my opinion, is one of the more useful keys for Skullwoods. Because anytime you can avoid getting soft locked in the basement is good.
Yeah. And we also have the back of the tavern, we have a heart container. That's pretty nice in the Randomizer. You don't know which rooms you're going to face.
And Radical Sniper is picking up bomb money for Kakariko Village bomb shop.
Alright, sure. Because we need 2 bombs for the south. 3 if we want to go to Egina. The race gain has just the map. Maps are not really important in all dungeons because yeah, you have to do all dungeons anyways, and if it's a pendant or even a red crystal, you know it once you've killed the boss, so it's fine.
And a sniper is taking a fish to the merchant, which gives you 20 rupees, 10 arrows, 8 bombs, and a full magic, in addition to one other thing that I forget what it is.
Yeah, I'm glad that you were able to list all of these things, because I was just like bombs and magic. Okay, so ObscureLifeForm shows some new checks with the mini Molem cave.
Looks like a Popo cave to me.
Oh, that's nice. They're nice enemies.
And there's our first sword. And our first bow. So early sword and bow is very useful to find.
Yeah, definitely. Usually if you find an early bow, you're like, okay, kind of points me to Eastern. But again, the Randomizer, so you don't really need that for clearing pot. I mean, we don't have the keys yet, but in case we will have them, there's the, it's not really, that's point you really towards going Eastern there.
It does make the Armos fight easier when you get there. Because, oh, and there's a mirror in the Watergate flooded check.
Yeah, definitely, it's a lot easier.
It's worth noting that once they get to the Dark World, they can clear Swamp when they find the key.
Yeah, regarding this bow, coming back to that, you're definitely right. I mean, we also have the Plumerang and the sword, where you can kill Armos Knights as well, but oh my god. I think there are like 30 or 40 something hits with the Plumerang.
48.
Ah, right, 48. Yeah, it takes a while.
So it has 48 hits with the blue boomerang on each Armos. So that is nearly 300 boomerang hits to defeat the boss.
Yeah, so sometimes it's easier to wait for that bow. Okay, ObscureLifeForm checking now the island, I guess. Yes, small key and doing flipper checks.
Yeah. So another small key found there. Luckily with the mirror, we can get that when we get to the Dark World. As Sniper's going to the Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah, it's a check we haven't seen yet, right?
Correct.
ObscureLifeForm skipped it, right? Yep.
And the Hobo
there's
has our first glove.
That's a pretty good one. We can now go to the mountains. Quite interesting now, as we can do all of the checks in the light world with the mirror, with the hammer, and the hookshot. So you can choose which way to go.
It's worth noting that check on those checks on the mountain are currently out of logic because we do not have a lamp.
That's right. And also we can finish Hera now, which is also not in logic, because both runners will be able to do the Hera pot.
Worth more noting here is we have Dark World access.
Oh, right. Totally forgot about this one. Okay, Radical Sniper going to check the uncle now.
He'll have a slightly safer time getting through the secret passage with the hookshot stun.
Yeah, it's pretty nice to have with stun. Randomizer, there are many rooms which are really awful. And the hookshot's pretty handy. If you go, for example, we go through Seas Town, the room we have to hit the switch, that's always awful.
Oh, where all the spike blocks turn into enemies?
Yeah. Exactly.
ObscureLifeForm is going to show us Waterfall Fairy and the item on the Zora's Ledge, but unless there's 300 rupees right here, we probably will not be seeing Zora for a while.
Yep. No Zora right now. I mean, it's hard to gamble to just go for Zora if you have these 300 rupees assets again. Map comes a small key shuffle. There's so many items, and the 300 rupees are quite well hidden, probably. And yeah, just 10 arrows. So makes sense to check it early, although you don't have the 500 rupees.
The good news is, when you have the mirror, if you combine it in with Catfish, you can save yourself another trip through the whirlpool.
Yeah, that's what the runners will try to do. Otherwise, one of these checks will be pretty isolated. But interesting that both runners, none of them decide to go to the Dark World. I mean, there are...
ObscureLifeForm wanted bombs by the look of it. And Sniper has not gotten his glove yet. And since he was checking the Uncle checks at the time, it made sense to combine the front of a Hyrule Castle with this.
Yeah, makes sense. But he will soon come across his glove, as he already has flippers. The ObscureLifeForm going now to the back of his cape.
Hopefully it's better than the front of Escape was.
Yeah, it was nothing. Oh no, 2 fetch quests. I don't know if that's really if this one's better.
The bottle's easy to turn in because you can just turn it in when you go to Village of Outcasts area.
You're right.
And if you go up to Catfish, you can combine the mushroom there. So it's not the worst time to get a mushroom and a bottle.
Yeah, and even maybe they have the flute before, or we'll have the flute soon, so they can fly there. Let's see. Oh, and we have a map check. I think Maya was a crystal, right? Blue crystal?
It looked like a crystal. I could not tell if it was red or blue at the time.
I think it was blue. But it doesn't matter anyway that much. Small key. Oh, there's Small Key Swamp.
So that is a clearable dungeon right now.
Yeah. So kind of everything in the sea tells go to swamp. I mean, we even have the compass for it. Only the map is missing. Yeah.
I would not be surprised to see a swamp dive right now.
Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, so no, he's going to swamp. It makes totally sense because you have to clear it, and as you said, the big key is there. So why skip it? Oh, skipping it?
Okay, I do like the checking Stumpy, K45, and Dig Game here, especially if you can get the money for Dig Game, because otherwise you kind of orphan the checks out in the middle of. And well, there's the map.
There's a map. So now, yeah.
But otherwise, these checks get orphaned, and it's hard to find time to come back to them.
Well, I think you can pretty well after you come from the village of Outcast, just doing the digging game and then doing all these checks. Maybe if you have the mids, you can also go for the Smith chain. So yeah, but I don't think it's a time loss. Either way you decide to go for.
But the game has definitely pointed them at Swamp Palace here.
Yeah.
So, and with 9 items inside, it's a pretty lucrative spot to check.
Of course, you have everything there, and I'm not sure if it's still intended by the game that you need to have the map and the compass and all the keys till something is in logic. But
I don't think so.
Okay, but it was back then, pretty sure. Okay. ObscureLifeForm is checking that bottle, I assume.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Okay, Skullwoods and Swarmbar Red Crystals.
So, again, I still like this play to check these South Dark World checks before doing Swamp.
Yeah, maybe they're looking for finding the Red Cane or Sword Upgrade, which makes Swamp a lot easier. Because it's a pain if you don't have that cane for the diver down.
I do believe at least one of these 2 runners knows how to do diver down with a bomb setup.
Oh, okay.
Because I think I've seen at least one of these runners do that in the past.
Yeah, it's a bit more difficult to do that, but it of course makes a lot of sense to do that because you always have bombs, or mostly, and you're not always having the cane when you go there.
Obscure is going for Skullwoods front.
That's interesting.
I mean, we have that one small key, so it makes it easy to get through. And this is a 7-item dungeon when you... because the big key is in here still. But potentially 2 items are blocked by the... Well, actually, 2 items are guaranteed blocked by a fire rod here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, and there's a Master Sword. That's a good call.
Master Sword is a good find, especially when the game wants you to do dungeons.
Oh no!
Obscure gets hit by the Wallmaster before he can get to the check.
Yeah. I mean, it's randomized with Randomizer, but the game still loves to put these Wallmasters there.
Actually, with Enemy Shuffle, the vanilla Wallmasters are still there.
Ah, alright.
So, just to make things even more difficult to deal with. And we got our first pod key.
It's pretty light for pod keys.
Yeah, that is our first pod key. Want to make sure I wasn't giving bad information there.
Usually it feels like you get all the pod keys in the very beginning, or at least some of them, because there's usually so much progression. But it's, as you said, it's just the first one. Oh, in Randomizer you have really watch out for these anti-fairies in that room, because they really love to get stuck at the door.
If they get stuck in that door hallway, they don't come back out normally.
Yep. I've tried it. I've waited minutes. Okay, so
Sniper is going
where do I
directly
want
to
to go?
that bottle. We know that bottle is a heart piece, which in Randomizer is not the worst thing to have more health.
Yes, right.
Because, like, we've seen these Lionels in the overworld today. Those Lionels, their fireballs do 2 hearts of damage. Their contact damage does 4.
Yeah, those are not the kind of guys you want to face in Randomizer, so
And the
Hop is always, yep, nice.
We've seen the Wizrobes around as well. Those do 4 heart damage as well. Enemies that get shuffled into places hurt.
Okay, so let's see. I think ObscureLifeForm doing his Village of Outcast checks, check the front of this town, and then going to Swamp. I'm still a bit surprised that none of the runners decide to go to Swamp first, because it's a full clearable dungeon.
I mean, on one hand, doing Swamp with a fighter sword can be miserable.
Yeah, that's right.
Crystal rollers. Several crystal rollers and
right.
pokies. This place looks like Turtle Rock today.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a second shield. Yeah, I think in Randomizer, T-Town is one of the worst dungeons, actually. Because there are so many enemies. In normal mode, you don't, there's a next hotkey. In normal mode, spikes are not really considered as enemies. But once you go through T-Town, you see, oh, there are a lot of spikes in vanilla. Okay, we have no big key, no small key for this town, right? Yeah.
The big key's in one of these next 2 checks, though.
Ah, right. Forgot it. Big keys are not shoveled, right? Ah, so it's a full clearable dungeon as well. Not, well, you can kill the boss, but you will leave one chest behind, the big chest.
Another Skullwood small. At this point, you don't want to see Skullwood small keys. Unless that Skullwood small key is the one that's on Lumberjack.
Yeah.
We'd like that.
You're right. Or a Meyer key. Meyer's also fine. But at least we know it's not the Swamp small key, so we're fine with that.
One notable thing when you're playing Randomizer is you don't have to blow open the attic to get to fight blind. Actually, excuse me, that's a case with boss shuffle turned on, which is not. My apologies, I forgot about that. I'm so used to Randomizer with boss shuffle.
Yeah, right. Why is ObscureLifeForm leaving? I'm surprised by this move.
My guess would be blind is not in logic without the small key anyways.
Yeah, but...
And
yeah.
the Thieves Town conveyor room on 5 hearts can be absolutely awful.
Yeah. I mean, they found the blue cane, which makes it a lot easier to go through Thieves Town. So, and do you really want to wait to come back there till you find that small key?
I would rather do the back once rather than twice.
That's right. That's right.
with our current items, where do you, other than the Swamp Palace, where do you think we'll find progression? My guess at the moment is we've got a couple of pod keys.
Yeah, I think the seat's really telling you to go to pod. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of progression on the mountain, but it's not yet in logic. So I will exclude this one. So first swamp and then you go to pod, actually. There's both so many checks to find. Kind of curious if Radical Sniper decides to continue going through Seastown. What do you think? Ah, never mind.
Looks like a no to me.
Yeah. So where to go next? I think Radical Sniper is going to do the swamp play.
Possibly, yes.
And ObscureLifeForm decides to break the logic, I think.
It looks to me like we're going up the mountain.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, usually it's pretty hard to go through a dark room in the Randomizer, but these ones, they're going up the mountain, there aren't any enemies in your way anyways. Usually.
Most of the time.
Yeah, usually.
Those bats can sometimes... Well, that's a lovely sight to see in place of those bats.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Doesn't look really nice. Alright, see what the old man has for us today. A map. Oh, you're both.
Not even a map that can have a use.
It's like, nah. Okay. So first chest swamp is just 10 arrows. I think we will soon find that lamp.
Oh no, that spark was rude. That spark placement meant that you couldn't hook shot to the rocks. And the big key for swamp is in the best place it can be. First.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's so... the chest right before the boss, when you find the big key there, you never go back really, but you also don't feel very well about leaving it behind or going back in.
It's even worse feeling when it comes off the boss. And our piranha plant buddy is now blue.
Blue mail is nice to have. Really nice in Randomizer.
This is true, GFE. The first check in Swamp could have been the big key in this setup.
We have another pot key.
Paradox Cave is mostly life and convenience items.
Yeah. No progression yet. You think ObscureLifeForm is going straight to Hera then? Or is he checking Spiral Cave?
Oh no, there's the small key to Thieves Town in Swamp. So I think we'll be seeing a trip back to Thieves Town soon.
Yeah, right.
And to answer your question, it looks like we're getting a trip through Spiral Cave.
Yeah, these runners, well, they're not following only the logic, because ObscureLifeForm did a sequence break, but he just doesn't feel comfortable to go to Hera yet, I think.
Part of it might be that these checks would get orphaned otherwise.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he decides to go to Hera. I mean, it's just, when do you go to Spiral Cave? Do you go Hera first? Do you do it right after Paradox Cave? It's just... This check is not nice. Well, but just good. Yeah.
With the current item setup, I do think doing Spiral Cave before Hera makes sense, because if you get through Tower of Hera and beat the boss, you get that full health and magic refill, and can take that directly to Spike Cave right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. Doesn't check what's inside Spike Rock?
Probably we'll check that before going to Spike Cave if he does Spike Cave.
Yeah.
And on everyone's favorite left side swamp, we have a map.
Hera. Turns a bit Hera more logic than it is right now.
And a map.
And there's also the big key. Not in the basement, luckily, because we don't have the small key.
So in this case, we're not sequence breaking the top of the tower. We're just skipping the kill rooms.
Yeah. Makes things a lot easier. Oh, what an awful spot for a spike.
What an awful spot for a Wallmaster, too.
That's mean. On Ether?
Ether in the big chest. And the escape key.
Okay. More key of Hyrule Castle, we don't need that one. Oh my gosh, these Wallmasters. They're just awful.
Well, the Hinox is on the path to the bottom of swamp is kind of awful, too.
Go Life-Form going with the sword spins. Pretty nice.
It's safe when you have the Master Sword and is about it, and that's our flute, so we need a lamp to get up here.
Exactly. We know now that the lamp is not on the mountain. And it's not on a green pendant.
But that flute can be a big time save for Obscure here, because that cuts down a lot of overworld movement.
Yeah. And RadicalSniper just found the book, right?
That's correct. So that opens up Bombo's tablet from where he's at right now, actually.
And also Desert.
But first...
You're right. Sorry?
But first, Argus.
Right. And you're also right, ObscureLifeForm's going to Spike Cave. Okay, it's a bit with the Master Sword, you need 2 slashes. You can also go for spins and taking 2 of these fluffy puffs, but it's not that easy actually. Oh no!
That's an unfortunate death at the end of Spike Cave.
Oh, I think it was a misclick. He released the cane because he had magic, right?
He switched to the hook shot, but I think he meant to do the cane before trying to pick up the block, and picked up the block, got stuck in the animation, and died to spike damage.
Oh no. Let's hope for him that there isn't progress.
We'll hope for that. Now, and there's the lamp on Argus.
So, everything ObscureLifeForm did now isn't logic. Not for him, but for RadicalSniper it is. And it's also pretty nice that he has a fire source now for going to Desert.
So long as the big key's not on the torch.
Oh, right. Already forgot about this one. Or not be locked behind the small key.
Exactly. So you can only count on one check here in Desert until you find unless you have the small key or the boots. And a fairy in a bottle is a nice safety to have on hand.
See what we have on Desert Ledge. It's
The boots! Well, I guess we'll guarantee a second check.
Yeah, you're right. And we have also now Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb.
That is actually an amazing spot for boots, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
And if you pre-check that, you're just disappointed that you can't get those immediately. So, and the island small key is a GT small key.
Oh, bad spot for Mimic. There we have the map, Turtle Rock. So let's see if there's a big key on the torch.
Just a heart container.
So we need that small key for desert, but RadicalSniper's the one with the boots.
3, 4 anti-fairies in left side desert.
Okay. So as Radical Sniper, where do you go next? I think mountain, right? As you know, it's fully in logic for him.
He's going back in for the heart container.
Yeah. I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
He has 6 hearts, so...
Yeah. Oh no, he isn't. Oh, okay, ObscureLifeForm's checking the first chest in Aga Tower. Where's Radical Sniper going? Don't have a big key.
Sniper's stealing the key.
Could be a good idea. Let's see.
It doesn't hurt you in this case like it could in a standard all dungeon keys seed, because the big key is locked behind that small key anyways.
Yeah. Good point there. So you just get an extra item. Okay. There's the half container.
And Obscure is going into the front of Escape. We know that there's basically nothing in there.
I think there's no progression, right?
I want to say it was mostly arrows in here. Sniper has to be careful for a moment. He's got 1 heart left.
Yeah, luckily he has the blue cane. Let's see the next room. Oh. There are better rooms.
I've seen this room worse, though, so there's the big key in question.
So do you think now he's going to clear desert?
No, because he does not have a small key.
Ah, right, we're still missing one. Yeah, keep forgetting about this one. Just the compass. Let's see what we have on the big chest. Going to take a death warp. So what else do we have? We haven't seen the eastern pod area, right?
We also have not seen Agina's cave, which I imagine we'll see before Sniper leaves the desert.
Yeah, you're right there. And then he will go to the mountain, I guess.
Mountain, or I'd probably guess the mountain, because the Sniper, it's the left side. It's with those blocks, it's the inverse of the ones to go up the back. In the back, you have to push the block on the right. In this room, you have to do it on the left.
Yeah. I was running what he's doing there because it's been such a long time since I have done this to getting those fairies there. There you go,
Oh, this dark cross is terrifying.
Yeah, and he still has no lamp because he hasn't been to Swamp. And no fire rod, no lamp. Not fun there. Yeah, I think Bombas is a good idea. Okay,
There's a Lawmaster. That Dark Cross looked mean.
Dark Cross and Randomizer without a lamp is... That's a good call, if you're able to do that.
It's a brave move to try it, so
yeah,
props to Obscure for giving it a shot.
I mean, he was even close. He was in the last room, right?
Yes, he was in the last room of Dark Cross. He just got stuck.
Okay, so now he's going to pot. I mean, he has 3 small keys, which are quite a lot.
First,
we know the big key will be there.
First, he needs exactly 1 rupee.
Yeah, I think he will mirror anyways for Sasha, and let's hope that there is at least a 20.
If all else fails, there's 5 rupees on the stun price.
Ah, right. We've already seen the stun price. Okay, now he's going to mirror there. Good map knowledge, mirroring right in front of the hut. Oh!
Midst on green pendant.
That's big. Wow. And the fire rod back there. Whoa.
So, that's an early fire rod.
Yeah, I mean, we're now able to clear Skullwoods. Or to, let's say, kill the boss, because we are still needing... Oh no, the big key's there. And I mean, Mills on Cream Pennant could be a bit mean, but Radical Sniper is definitely coming across to this. I think he's going to finish Hera, and then he's going to go to the port area, eastern area, and turns this pendant in. So it's not too bad. Oh!
The Hera small key on Ether tablets.
That's... Oh my god. Do you think he's going to check it? Taking the coffee break there?
I mean, he has the fire source, and he's already there.
Yeah. It's pretty unlucky for ObscureLifeForm because he was there. He won't check in. He's going for a Hero pot. When ObscureLifeForm wasn't there, he didn't have fire source. He didn't have the small key because he didn't have the book. Chances are not very high that he's going to come back for this. But if you're right here and you're skipping it, then your chances are even lower.
Very nice hook speed Hera pot there.
Oh, there's a Tempered Sword. Tempered and Blue Mail. This is pretty nice seed so far for the runners, I think.
The enemy layouts have not been too bad, with the exception of Dark Cross, and that spike block in particular.
Yeah. Oh, there's... Yeah, I already forgot about the Wall Master and Hera.
Luckily, it's in an easy enough room to avoid.
Yeah. No real obstacles there, so you're fine. Pretty nice Molem fight. Not a big deal for Radical Sniper. Getting his flute. I know it's quite a small advantage for him, as he has the flute and the boots. Of course, ObscureLifeForm still doesn't even have the knowledge of his boots. So I think chances are pretty low that Radical Sniper's missing that, missing those mids, and he's checking the basement.
So, this dark room. These dark rooms are really mean.
Yeah. I mean, even the dark room in Eastern, where ObscureLifeForm is right now, which is actually very easy in vanilla, gets so hard in Randomizer.
Sniper is playing knock the tiles out of the air with a boomerang.
Yeah.
Anything
Nice.
to make this room more fun.
Yeah. Doesn't like the idea of taking a coffee break. Usually I use that room to go to toilets.
Yeah. I usually open whatever my next drink is, so.
Yeah.
And we get a small key to Turtle Rock.
Turtle Rock.
Potentially important.
Yeah, we don't know.
The only way that truly could hurt Obscure is if anything is on Lava Chest.
Yeah.
We've seen it happen before. And Sniper's going to Spike Cave.
Oh, let's hope for ObscureLifeForm that there is no progression there. And on the other side, ObscureLifeForm is a bit unlucky. He wanted to light up the torches with the fire room, but got hit by that anti-fairy and lost his magic. But it has a fairy there. And the ice.
No!
That's awful for Team Noble Foxes.
The ice rod in Spike Cave, everybody.
No. Just imagine he needs the the TR small key and the ice rod. These locations are so isolated for him.
The benefit for him on that TR small key is the Hera Small is next door to the tower.
Yeah.
And Sniper is going to activate his flute. We're going to awaken the duck.
Okay, so... Oh, those Gyptos.
And unfortunately, Obscure doesn't have the magic to use Bombos to kill them.
Yeah, they're only the two Gyptos which are a bit difficult. I think the other enemies were quite okay, so he's fine with that Tempered Sword.
One of the surprise benefits for Sniper here, he did not go back to do East Death Mountain, which we know won't hurt him unless there's something locked behind that third pod small up there.
Yeah, it's a surprising choice to not going to check it.
But when he goes to check it, he has mitts.
Yeah, and that's pretty nice because you will be able to check all of Dark Death Mountain as well with that hook shard in hand. So it's a pretty nice routing, but also a bit lucky, let's say it like that. Oh, and he's going to check the mountain right now. Is he? No.
No.
Going for Skullwoods, I think.
Skullwoods and Thieves are clearable for him at the moment.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. It's a pretty good call because, I mean, he was in the pod area, but he's still missing some keys. So he just says, why not clearing Swamp, Skullwoods and Thieves Town first? Maybe there are keys. So pretty good call.
The biggest thing that hurts him there is the Tempered Sword on Eastern Palace. And he's saving the blacksmith.
Interesting. For doing the other checks. Oh gosh, those thieves are so annoying. ObscureLifeForm bombing the right. Didn't even know that that this one's working.
There's a fairy fountain in that door.
Okay. Never done it, never needed.
That is the most extraordinarily good place for powder I have ever seen in my life.
just wanted to say that. That's pretty awesome. It's like, the scene is very nice. Okay, you want to go Hera? Here's the small key on the tablet. You want to check the powder? Okay, here's it in the hammer packs. Just 20 rupees. Hard container for ObscureLifeForm. And we get to see what the magic bat has for us today. It's just 3 bombs.
How many trips through Bowlock Pod does it take to go through to get through dungeon when you have a small key shuffle on? The answer is usually several.
Yep. Good call to go right side again. Doing the boss first and come back later if you have the missing keys. There are 2 keys missing for him, right?
3.
Oh, 3, right. You're right.
But the minimum most people need is 4.
Oh. And there's a small key on RadicalSniper side from the thief. Purple chest. Man, it's so... In Randomizers, like, in small key shuffle or in key sanity, you're like, when do you go to pot? You have like 3 or 4 small keys to go now, but maybe I do the other checks to check if there is another small key for pot. So it's always, when do you go there? 3 keys, 4 keys, 5 keys.
With 3 keys, you can get 13 of the... That is a rude spike block. You can get 13 of the 14 checks with 3 small keys. You have to leave one of Harmless Hellway, the vanilla big key, or the boss to do so. In this case, you have to gamble where that big key is.
And even it's quite often... Oh, there's the red cane.
That is a big find.
Yeah, definitely. And it's also important if you're capable of doing that hammer jump, where you can also save a small key.
Yes, that's part of how you can get so many checks with so few keys. And I'm going to imagine both of these runners are capable of that hammer jump.
And also what you have to keep in mind, it happens quite often that there's a small key in part itself. Chances are not that low. Oh, and that's on Radical Sniper side, it's a pretty nice room for Randomizer, actually.
Both of these rooms are pretty tame.
Yeah, that's... These are the most awful rooms in Randomizer, usually.
Oh no. The big key, if it's not in the maze, is it in one of the 2 locked checks. Actually, he checked... I believe he checked Harmless Hellway.
Oh, there's Compass Eastern. Only 1 more check to go.
Also, doing the dark maze without a lamp is a very brave move in Randomizer.
Oh,
and then
there
you
it
go backwards.
Yeah, but the dark maze seems to be not that challenging for him. Okay, so he orphaned just 1 chest, right?
He orphans 1 check.
Yeah. And going for the boss right now. And Radical Sniper is showing us now if it was worth to wait for a small key in Thieves Town. No, it wasn't. Just a single rupee.
Kind of weird not to see Zyzax in that those jail cells.
Yeah. These Igors are really annoying.
So that's another thing we just saw about Randomizer. In this case, the crows and the rats that you see in the light world, when they're put in the dark world, take on their dark world equivalent of the dactos and the crickets, which do far more damage than the light world equivalent.
Yeah. And sometimes you're surprised by them. To answer a question, Chad, no, we haven't seen Sora. We have seen Sora Ledge and the flipper checks, but we haven't seen Sora itself.
And Sniper has his second crystal.
Yep.
I would not be surprised to see a Skullwoods dive next to get that other red crystal.
Yeah. It's pretty good routing then to go to the Port Eastern area where he hasn't been to yet, and turning in or going for the red bomb with the Pyramid Ferry.
Obscure doing dark path to pod boss.
Oh, oh my gosh, there's a thief. Or at least one, maybe two. That's annoying. Okay.
And here's the Helmisar King.
Yeah. Pretty nice so far. Don't think that this runner will have problems with the blue mail. And 8 hearts. And the Tempered Sword, and a pretty nice fight. Yeah, good point in chat that Obscure hasn't have his boots yet. And I know how long has Radical Sniper hasn't boots? At least 15 minutes?
About 15 minutes at least.
Yeah.
So I'd say Sniper has an advantage in mobility right now between the boots, having the boots, flute, mitts, and hookshot all at once. Well,
and the lamp, which helps
and the lamp, which helps with those dark rooms.
Yeah. So,
but what Obscure has right now is a combat advantage with more hearts, a blue mail, and a tempered sword.
And also the red cane is pretty nice to have. I mean, right now it's pretty hard to say who has a lead, because we have so many dungeons to and to finish, and all of the or both of the runners kind of did different checks. So we can't tell right now who's in a better position, I think.
And Sniper will be going back to visit our good friend Mothula, as Obscure is going to Swamp Palace, which will reassemble the logic that he's broken to do so.
Yep, because he's getting his lamp on August. And Radical Sniper's showing us some new checks with Mothula and the back of Skullwoods with the bridge chest. Oh, full magic drop, that's nice. Just snipe it there.
It's always nice to get full magic drop when you're going into this room right here.
Yeah.
And with when you're doing an 8-heart green mail Mothula, I like this call to use the lamp on the torches instead of fire rod.
Yeah. It's pretty smart to go like this. Oh gosh, those wall monsters everywhere.
In this exact case, those are vanilla.
Yeah. Worst wall monsters are anyways in GT. the room right before you go to Aga 2. I've seen some runners getting caught there.
I've been caught there.
That's, oh my god, that's... Oh, look at those enemies there. That Mothula.
Did the spikes turn into zeros? I love Randomizer.
Yeah, that's cool. I haven't seen this before. Did you? Oh, and we have to keep in mind Radical is still on green mail. Blue mail was on the mountain, right? On the right side, I think.
Yes, and down goes Mothula.
Yeah. Very good fight. Gets a war with another 20 rupee. Samaria was pot. Pot right side, dark room, right? Think.
Yeah, dark basement right check.
Yeah, right. Dark basement was. And with this red cane, ObscureLifeForm showing us the diver down. Always looks pretty cool, but it's actually quite simple if you take time to look at the mechanism, how to do that. There you go.
And
Nicely
Big
done.
Key is in the bridge room for Skullwoods. And we're getting a ped check.
Oh, get your item in chat, but it's just a little piece of love.
Well, sorry, chat. Pedestal is dead.
I mean, we have to do anyways all dungeons, so just getting in there, grabbing that item is just like, I know. What's really hurts in Randomizer if you have to look for your go mode keys and GT. Because you still have to finish dungeon. Oh no, ObscureLifeForm forgot to hit that switch.
Now, if Obscure gambles on that check not being required, he will be rewarded because that is just another map for a dungeon he already has the crystal out of.
Yeah. But he will check it. You know, it's just only one check. But if you're really looking for something, you always have the whole game in the back of your head.
There's a TR small in Skullwood's big chest.
Yeah. Now ObscureLifeForm hits the switch. He's placing the bomb, using the glitch that he, at the exact moment when the bomb's about to explode, he's leaving the room, then going back in the room again on the left side. Then the switch magically gets hit, and then he can check the right side without going back the vanilla way. I think this is one of the easier glitches as you have more time as for other glitches, right? It's not like pixel perfect or like you have to go through at the exact right moment.
And Sniper will be showing us Dark Death Mountain alongside his checks of Light East Death Mountain.
That's right. In Light World, he will find no progression, only
blue mail.
Yeah, there you go.
But to answer your question, it is a simpler trick to perform than some of them, because, like you said, there's the only pixel perfect part of doing anything with Diver Down is if you have to do it with bombs, because while it is a pixel perfect alignment on the the vertical pixel, that vertical pixel just happens to be in line with the bottom of that rail. So you can just hug that rail in, like that rail right there on Obscure screen, and the block is placed perfectly. Tyler Salt in chat is correct. With the cane in pod, this will be another mountain climb for Sniper.
Oh, right. That's right. I mean, we have both runners who have some advantages and disadvantages, like that ObscureLifeForm still doesn't have his boots, but also still doesn't have a red cane. And, well, Radical Sniper has the Ice Rod, which we don't need right now, but it wasn't Spike Cave, right?
It was in Spike Cave, correct.
Yeah, and ObscureLifeForm was dying while he wanted to pick up this one, so...
The one thing we can't say about Turtle Rock is we don't know how to get in, which we're about to find out on Sniper's screen.
And it is Bombos.
So when Obscure goes to Dark Death Mountain, he will be able to get in and work in Turtle Rock.
Pretty nice Argus fight, by the way, from ObscureLifeForm, and gets his lamp. Okay, so we're getting new checks in the... Or that could those mean getting new checks in the Hookshot Cave. Okay, I think you have to drop or use the Fire Rod. Rupees, 300 rupees. Oh, it's annoying. And small key for Ice Palace.
Another small key I would not complain about seeing the first one of.
Yeah, right. You don't really need these Maya small keys. Looking at the items, we're not looking for that many anymore. We're looking for that. We definitely need the Maya big key. We definitely need the Turtle Rock big key.
Well, those are in their dungeons.
Oh gosh, I keep forgetting this.
The big one we're missing is we are missing 2 Castle Tower small keys.
Oh, right. Keep forgetting about these as well. And chances are not low that they're on GT.
We need Quake as well.
Oh, you're right there.
Because Obscure just gave us our information on the Mire entrance, and it is Quake.
Curious how he thinks about finding these boots right now, as he knows they are accessible quite early. It could have been accessed.
And Sniper is picking up 1 big red bomb. So, with Obscure in Desert and Sniper giving us our new information of what is at the Pyramid Ferry. Now, does Obscure steal the small keys, check the other checks, or does he go to Agina? It looks like we're going to go see what's in Checkerboard Cave after Mire Shed. Another pod small. So that pod small does put the last check in Palace of Darkness into play, accessibility for Obscure, with another trip through the Bowlock, of course. And at Checkerboard Cave, we have our 4th sword.
Butter swords are always nice to have, but none of these runs really need the butter sword because Temple is also quite strong. And on Radical Sniper side, we only have the Master Sword, so will be tempered for him as soon as you go there.
Amusingly, when you used Big Red Bomb today, you get bombs.
Yeah. That's nice. What do you expect there? Bombs.
But we should be seeing Eastern and Pods soon from Sniper. We have not had a Catfish and Zora check yet.
Yeah.
And Sniper's going to check the Dark Cross with a lamp.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot easier. Of course, because you see what's happening around you. And this would hurt ObscureLifeForm again if there's progression or if there's a key we really need. Because there are some checks he died while going there, and Dark Cross was one of them. And we cannot play him because it's like super difficult to do this in the dark.
Something in the around the check does a lot of damage too.
Oh, there the crypto probably. And it's just the map. And a useful one. Useless one.
Yeah. Maps, well, they do sometimes have a use in other modes. In 80 keys, you have to do dungeons anyways. And then to top it off, Hyrule Castle and Gans Tower don't give you any information on top of that.
Oh, it's here right there. And correct me if I'm wrong, did we see the mushroom turn in yet?
We have not, although I imagine we're about to.
Yep, that's why I'm asking, because we are with the... Oh, I got turtle there. Awful spot. And we got also Catfish and Sora check, both from Radical Sniper now. So, mushroom, let's see what we have for us. Castle Tower Smoky would be nice. It's just 3 bombs.
But a blue potion can be bought while we're here. And get a health refill as well. We'll be seeing the Catfish and the Zora checks next as well.
Yeah, both new checks. And let's see what we have there. Oh, there's a small key.
The other ice palette is small. So, I still... it makes sense for Sniper to go... Sniper has 4 pod smalls. He could full clear dungeon.
Yeah, but I think... Yeah, I think he will go to ice after this one.
Which would be unfortunate, we know, because of the cane being in pod.
Yeah, definitely. The icebreaker speeds so much up. But full clearable dungeon for him, so why not? Let's see.
Zora's been waiting to scam us with that for a while.
ObscureLifeForm finishing his blind fight, getting his 4th crystal and 5th dungeon. So in terms of dungeons, there's a lead for ObscureLifeForm right now.
Part of that is also the combat advantage.
Yeah. Now RadicalSniper is checking his information for the Maya access and knows now that it's Quake. And
on his plus side, he will get his 3rd sword here. And with 5 pod smalls, that does a pretty good job of making you want to do pod.
Yeah.
Because now you can safely open the front door.
Yeah, I mean, with 5 keys. 1st and 2nd are one like he's kindly asking you to go to pod. 3rd one is 4th one is like you should go to pod, and the 5th one is like, why the heck are you not in pod yet? And there's the temperature for Radical Sniper.
And we're going straight to Flute 5, so we're going to see pod and Eastern from Sniper here.
That's actually pretty interesting that Radical Sniper hasn't been to Eastern yet after 1 hour and 50 minutes, and it's from the very beginning, it's a full clearable dungeon. I mean, he's doing it pretty nice because you can now do a lot of pod checks, but it was clearable the whole time.
It's a gamble that can be made, especially when you get Dark World access, to just put off Eastern for a while. And we know that doesn't exactly hurt you in this run.
Yeah. I mean, it hurts you that he didn't have the cane and wasn't able to dip Turtle Rock, but we don't know if this was a bad decision at this point.
And we now have dungeon number 6 cleared for Obscure Lifeform.
So we're not looking for that much anymore. I think Quake, and this is item no mode, right?
For items, yes.
Yeah.
We're still missing a couple of keys.
Yeah.
At least one Turtle Rock key, and the 2 Aga keys, and the Desert key.
Yeah, what I'm worrying the most about are the 2 Castle Towers keys. Because they can be anywhere. There's, after his Tempered Sword, now there's a Gold Sword for Radical Sniper as well. Okay, now we see checks that we've seen on both sides already.
So once we get the cane out of pod, I think the next logical move would be go to TR or Ice Palace.
Yeah. I think they'll go to Ice Palace because they can full clear it. Maybe, maybe if there's a Turtle Rock small key, you want to go to Ice Palace first. And with a cane in hand, which will Radical Sniper find soon after leaving EP, would be a pretty good choice. ObscureLifeForm showing us now Craver Ledge and King's Tomb. No, he's already been to Craver Ledge, I think, but he's going to check King's Tomb, Mushroom, Catfish, and Sora, I guess. And we know that there is no progression for us. There was a small key which we didn't need, right?
Trying to remember what small key it was. It was a pod small.
It was a pod
Catfish.
Small? Okay. The small key we might need. We don't know yet.
For Obscure, it's a convenient small key if he decides to go back, because it means he can just open the front door and go to check he needs to. Oh, correction from chat. It's an Ice Palace small key.
Oh, it's an Ice Palace small key, okay. As we already have one, right? Or it's the first one? Oh, is it the first one for ObscureLifeForm? According to the tracker, yes.
I think the other one was in Dark Death Mountain.
Okay. So if you have at least one, it's nice to go there. With a cane and the big keys there, you can full clear this dungeon and don't skip any chests, so I think they'll prefer this dungeon as their next dungeon before going to Turtle Rock.
And Eastern Palace is finished for Sniper. Now we get to visit the Palace of Darkness.
And as we know, as progression, there's only the Red Cane, if I recap correctly. And this makes him go even more to Ice Palace. And ObscureLifeForm is doing what we were discussing about, giving us a look at IP.
And Obscure's going into Ice Palace. The game has thrown you all the hints it wants you to do it.
You know what I'm worrying about? We have seen many small keys so far. None for Castle Tower. And I think we have to look for them in GT. That's
more worried about
something you really want to go for.
I'm more worried about the Desert Small ending up on Lumberjack or something.
Oh, right. This one's missing as well. Okay, ObscureLifeForm. I think he's hitting the switch and then showing us the Icebreaker. So also, if you're new to this game and you want to learn glitches, this is one of the glitches where you save the most time, I would say, right?
I would agree, especially if you have trouble lining up a bomb jump.
Yeah, right.
And Obscure just made that look extremely easy.
Yeah. For new runners, it's not that easy, but once you've got used to it, you're able to do this. There's a ferry. It's a nice drop there.
It's worth noting that we have 5 crystals. We know that one of them is blocked by Quake. The question comes down to where is the other crystal? Because wherever the other crystal is, it tells you what items you could be looking for in Ganon's tower.
Yeah. And you don't want to look for stuff in Ganon's tower, actually. There's just a GT small. ObscureLifeForm standing up for the bomb jump. Very nice, nicely done. And we get to see what's in Ice Tea. There's a small key. GT.
All these GT small keys. That actually could mean that our progression's in GT.
Yep. And I think the seed is pointing towards it. I mean, there are 22 checks in the basement. And when you climb, there are even more. So
there's a lot of checks that could be in there.
Yeah.
And we've had no progression in Ice Palace outside of those small keys.
Or we found the same card. No progression. And there still can be progression on Cold Stare. But if not, then Ice Palace didn't do a lot for us.
Cold Stare is a very fun fight. Because Butter Sword cuts through his health like butter.
Yeah. Oh, pretty nice fight. And we know if it's our missing crystal or not. There's the cape. And nope, just the pendant. So Desert or TR is our missing crystal.
And our progression is guaranteed in Turtle Rock at this point, I think.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything we've missed, right? We've seen this myth chain. We have seen all overworld checks, I guess.
I'm trying to think if there's any overworld checks that we missed.
I don't think so, right? But where is... I think ObscureLifeForm hasn't done the Smith chain yet. And he also has only one TR small key. Wasn't there... where was this small key of TR? Wasn't it on the tablet? Bomb's tablet?
That was one of the... Oh, the other one's in the basement of Hera.
Oh, right.
So basically, both...
Oh, we're getting a new check by ObscureLifeForm. We're setting up for the fake powder. No, it's not a new check.
It's going to be funny when he checks the hammer pegs in a minute, then.
Yeah, right, there was a powder. Smart move to go there for the fake powder.
Nice Helmosaur fight by Sniper.
Yeah, with the gold sword for the last phase, just like 2 hits. To speed things up a lot.
And this is about to be really funny in a moment.
Yeah.
This is one of those moments where it's like, really?
You just got rendoed. Come on, give us a second powder check. No, that's it for him. Okay, Radical Sniper is going over for the red bomb, I think. ObscureLifeForm showed us the red bomb, right?
Sniper's already done the red bomb.
Right. He's going to the island.
Yeah, he's getting that small key off of the island, which I think is...
Don't think
What
it's
is that?
something
What is that
we're
key?
looking for.
GT?
Chat says it's Ice Palace, and Chat was wrong. It's GT.
Yeah, it's not Ice Palace. We know that because Sniper has both Ice Palace smalls.
Yeah, that's right.
So now we're going to see Sniper's trip through Ice Palace and Obscure deliver a big red bomb.
Right, that's 2 checks we've already seen from the other runner respectively. Interesting will be which will be the next checks. I think we have to go to Turtle Rock.
I believe we are guaranteed to have New Turtle Rock at this point. I think Quake is going to be in there.
Yeah, it has to. Because There isn't any other place. Or maybe cave, of course, but...
And at the moment, I think our runners are both desperately hoping that that's not the Desert Small and Lumberjack.
Yeah. And now the icebreaker on Radical Sniper side. Also pretty quick. And ObscureLifeForm going into the castle. Should be now that cross.
Probably has been in the back of his mind after that death.
Yeah. I mean, once you've failed to pick this one up, I think you want to have it even more, because you always have this in the back of your head. And
But saving it for when you do Pyramid Fairy is smart, because you're already most of the way there.
yeah. So, ObscureLifeForm. This looks a lot like TR for me. Bad thing for him is that he only has one small key.
The other bad thing is he has absolutely no magic.
Oh.
But he might be checking a couple of isolated checks, such as the Ether Tablet.
And there he finds something, I don't know if he likes it.
It's a place for that.
Yeah. Yeah, and he skips it. And this could hurt a bit, as it's the TR small, one of the TR small keys there. Oh gosh, look at these things.
Look at these rollers, though.
Okay, so where do you get your magic now? Does he have a potion?
I don't know if he has a potion. Where you get your magic now is you go back to the portal again, but you do Super Bunny and lift the bottom pot.
Yeah,
there's a full magic right there.
Super Bunny, this one, right?
Careful, sniper.
Oh, with 2 hearts.
And Cold Stare Hug at this point do 3.
Oh no! But he has fairies, I think. He has fairies. Yep. Yeah, Cold Stare does a lot of damage. And it's a war with the red pendant.
One of my favorite comments to make. Cold Stare may look soft and fluffy, but don't hug him, he hurts.
Yeah. He does. He does. Even on Blue Mail. Yeah, ObscureLifeForm taking out his mirror, going back on top of the turtle rock, using bombos to get finally in there. Have we ever seen through the seat both runners in the same dungeon? Only maybe once or twice, right?
I don't think we've seen him in the same dungeon at all this run.
Yeah. Pretty nice. Both decided to go for different routing, and both routings were not that bad. I think Radical Sniper has a big advantage now with one more small key than Obscure Lifeform.
The question comes down to if something's in the lava chest and if both small keys are here in Turtle Rock.
Yeah. Oh gosh, the anti-fairy. So I often see in key shuffle that in this place there's a small key for Turtle Rock, but in this case there is none.
That is a conveniently timed piece of heart to get a refill. Did I just see a mimic moonwalking across the bottomless pit in TR?
I didn't pay attention to this. Yeah.
Yes, I did. Okay.
Yeah. It was good. The last chest for Obscure Lifeform, just a heart piece. Do you think he's going to check Hera basement? I think he has to, right?
I think he has to. Because without Quake, he can't get into Misery Mire.
Yeah. It's so annoying to find it there. You're like, oh my god, I just could have checked it right away.
Oh, the worst part is when he gets the Turtle Rock small key out of there. That's when it feels most bad for him.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Turtle Rock small key. And also the ice rods. Pretty close to him. Don't think he's going to check Spike Cave right after this. And at this point, I don't see Radical Sniper going for a lava chest. I think he's just stealing the key and going.
I would not go for lava chest at this point.
Yeah, just only one check. Okay, Obscure Life, I'm picking now up his Turok small key. And as we thought, Radical Sniper just seeing the key from the pokey and continuing his way to Mimic Cave, Big Chest, and deeper into Turok.
Obscure Lifeform is going to Spike Cave. That will be a benefit here.
Oh, that's a good call.
Did that Lionel just come out of a bush?
That's pretty big by him to go for Spike Cave. I mean, if you find the Turok small key, you're like, alright, I can go deeper in there. So we will be pretty happy to find that on my sword right now. There you go. And Spike Cave, what do you have for us? I think it's Quake. Nope, just a piece of heart.
So, Sniper has... If Sniper gets his Turtle Rock key between here and Laser Bridge, Sniper can finish Turtle Rock.
I want to compass to this dungeon.
If the small key is not here, then progression... Quake has to be here. I think Quake has to actually be right here.
Yeah. Or we have a small key to Castle Tower there. Oh my god. It's just... Oh gosh. Just imagine the second Turok small key, or the next Turok small key is in the second chest of Castle Tower. That's just me. Or even if you find a second Castle Tower vanilla key, and you have the Turok key on the ledge. Lumberjack ledge.
So, while I want that check to be Quake, I would love to see that TR small key end up in check 2 of Castle Tower.
Yeah, I think it would be so fun. We have here another Castle Tower small key. Let's see, pretty much has to go. There's a small key. Mire, okay.
That is not what the runners want to see.
No.
Because now the Lumberjack key is a required small key.
And we have here oh, there's a Craig. And we go straight to Misery Mire. And chances are high that we have that we find the next Turok small key in Mire. Or maybe not. We still don't know where our 7th crystal is, right?
I think our 7th crystal is based on whatever key comes out of this dungeon.
Yep. So now we can say that there is a small lead for Radical Sniper. It's the first point of the game where we can say that someone's in the lead, but it's very, very small.
Chat brings up a good point. With that small key that Quake being on the laser bridge, we need one more small key to get that, and I think that puts a TR small key in the Dark Maze of Aga Tower.
Yeah.
And so that is where we find one of our missing keys, guaranteed, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. There isn't anything left. So there has to be a progression right here. And it has to be small key. Bikev has art container.
Obscure has to be really careful with his health right now.
Oh, yeah, you're right. What is he doing?
Taking a death warp.
Death warp? Releasing the fairies and going for death warp, okay.
I think he's setting up a... Wait. He's checking lava chest.
Whoa. This could be a big call. Don't know yet.
So here's kind of the game-changing play. If something's in the lava chest, this is huge.
Yeah. And... oh no.
It's not huge.
It's French vanilla.
And he's save scumming the key.
There's a pot small key on Radical Sniper side. There's still one chest left in pot.
No, not for Sniper there isn't.
Isn't?
There is not a small key left for Sniper.
Okay, he has done all of the checks. Nope.
Big key is not.
Big key.
And the big key is one of the next two checks.
And it's vanilla.
So, very technically, this is a Godmire.
Oh, right. Oh, of course, he started with the cutscene chest. So it's a reverse Godmire for him. Oh, the Castle Tower key, the second one is vanilla.
So...
Oh, that's big.
That's big.
Oh my god. Because there's going to be progression on the ledge. Lumberjack ledge, so... Wow.
That means the TR key is the Lumberjack check. But the
there's desert.
There. Okay, this is a fun race at this point.
Yeah. Who's going to find the small key of the other player? It's no mode, right?
Technically, yes. We don't have one TR small for logical go mode, but at that point, that can be in GT.
Yep.
We just don't know which dungeon we have to do yet. So, vanilla Aga Tower key. That's a good one, game.
Yeah, awesome. That's really... This hurts, kinda. Oh my god. Question is, when will RadicalSniper find this one? Because... Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's a question, when he will find that second Castle Tower vanilla small key. That's just cruel.
Sniper knows that the logic is in Aga Tower. Because logically, Sniper cannot get to Mire at the moment.
Yeah, right. Sniper showing us Vitreous with the K, the gold sword, and the boots. It's a super easy fight. ObscureLifeForm finishing his Aga 1 fight. And there will be Mirror and Save Quit to Sanctuary, I assume.
Luckily for ObscureLifeForm here, the TR small key was saved from using on the center, because otherwise you would not be able to save a portal after beating Aga 1.
Yep. And we know now that Mire is a crystal. I didn't pay attention to this one.
We knew that one. Mire was a crystal from the map check we did.
One before. Ah, right, we knew this one before.
Unfortunately for Sniper, mirroring to Desert did remove his mirror portal for getting back to Laser Bridge. So to get to Trinex, Sniper will have to go the entire way through Turtle Rock again.
And ObscureLifeForm finds his last Turtle Rock key on the Lumberjack ledge. Whew, this is a pretty close race. And keep in mind, guys, this is the 5th game of the best of 5. So this decides the winner will be going to the next round.
I believe that is 7 crystals for Sniper. We'll have to find out if he goes to Aga Tower or climbs to Ganon's Tower here.
That's actually not good for Radical Sniper. Because he will never go to Castle Tower, I think. Ah, well, if he thinks about the logic, well...
Except now he knows that there is almost guaranteed a TR small in GT. He has to find the big key. Speaking of which, real quick, before I continue that train of thought, we actually have a big key to find. There are 22 checks in the basement of Ganon's Tower. One of them has the required Ganon's Tower big key.
All right. What's your guess?
Get your guesses in chat before Sniper gets into Ganon's Tower, and we'll see where the big key ends up.
What's your guess?
Mine is always number 13.
13, okay. I go with 3. I always go with a different one, and I've never won it, so it won't be 3. Alright, that's... The problem is, we know now that the Castle Tower key is vanilla, and I don't think Radical Sniper... He will full clear GT before going to Castle Tower, and I think this could be last location for him. Or do you see any scenario where he will go before the last location?
I don't...
Oh, there's a Wallmaster.
So that was our first 2 checks there.
Going straight to the right, giving us 4 more checks.
As Obscure is going to go visit Trinex.
And we have number 3. 4, small key for Turtle Rock.
That's a good thing to find. After
6.
digging the basement, which we will probably see everything in the basement, we should see Sniper go to TR before climbing the tower.
Yeah, I think so. Because it's a pain to go back then to Turtle Rock. Good Trinex fight by ObscureLifeForm, by the way. Gets rewarded with the heart container. And his second pendant. No, third one.
Which leaves ObscureLifeForm to get 2 crystals out of the desert area before doing Ganon's Tower. We know that he will have to dig for a big key is all. Which we know is not an early big key at this point.
So Radical Sniper still looking for the big key. Now shown it's the 12th check, right? He didn't check the torch.
Yeah, so that's check number 12. Check 13 will be the Fire Snake room.
That's a nice room, Rando. And here he is in the fire snake room without any fire snakes.
14 through 17 will be Rando Room.
Mirror shield. Bottle 300 more rupees and shovel.
The shovel's just going to send him away from Aga Tower when he gets down there, isn't it?
I haven't seen the big key in the tie room for a while.
Number 18 will be Bob's chest. But first, we want that full magic refill. Half magic at Bob's chest. What a nice reward.
Yeah. And the Wallmaster in green. Still no silvers, by the way. Ice almost needs 3 arrows each.
And in checks 19 through 21, 19 is a heart piece, 20 is the big key, and 21 is 50 rupees. And we're going to see a big key, big chest check for once.
So here, what we have here, he's hoping for a small key, but just finds a heart container.
At this point, Sniper is going to climb.
Oh, he's not going to TR. That's interesting. Such a long way back.
I think that's the fourth time we've seen a something is missing message from these big chest checks between Pod and Misery Mire.
It's just like, it's a good example for muscle memory. You're already there, so you go in the vanilla way and then they're like, oops, something's missing. Still surprised that RadicalSniper is skipping TR.
Thank you to chat for reminding me of what command it is to do that. Congratulations to GFE on the big key guessing game, along with the everything else guessing game as we've watched chat.
RadicalSniper's doing now his climb. The ObscureLifeForm is Misery Mire. Oh gosh.
However, he is not going back to the big chest yet. He's going through. He is going through to the back with the Desert Small being in the big chest. Next up would be our good friends, the Landmolas. We have plenty of heart containers in this run.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about dying. Although ObscureLifeForm has only 5 hearts left right now. But with the gold sword and the cape.
Yeah, gold sword and cape makes it pretty easy to do things.
By the way, how's his sprite called? It's from Super Mario, right?
That's a piranha plant.
Oh. Oh gosh, we have so many invisible enemies.
Where's Obscure going?
Good question. Hasn't he checked Darkness Mountain yet?
While Obscure's going this way, Sniper is at the top of Gan's Tower to check these 4 checks, which has the silver arrows.
Silvers, there you go. Could it be that ObscureLifeForm thinks he has 7 crystals?
According to Obscure's teammate Nobly, Obscure has marked his Desert Palace as a pendant.
Ah, God, that hurts. I had it in some seats as well. It's like one of the worst feelings when you go to GT in the entrance and nothing's really happening. And then you check your menu and you're like, oh my god. Oh, it always hurts.
And there is the single arrow in Moldorm's last gift.
Ouch. Now he knows there is a crystal missing. Where was the desert small key again?
The Meyer big chest.
The Meyer big chest. Alright, he skipped it. I looked at RadicalSniper screen.
Meanwhile, we're fighting Agatu on this side. On the plus side, the next thing Sniper should do is go into Castle Tower.
Yeah. This seat though. The Hero small key on Ether tablet, powder and hammer packs, vanilla castle tower key.
This seed has been absolutely joyous, hasn't it?
It's a bit of trolling, right?
The powder next to Magic Bat at the hammer pegs was fantastic when we saw it on Sniper screen, and it was even more funny when Obscure did a fake powder first.
Yeah. Oh, now he finds that small key. I think it's hard to say if it's close or not.
The absolute biggest benefit Sniper has right now is the big key for GT is behind Ice Armos.
Yep. And he finds now his vanilla key. Phew.
So we'll be seeing Obscure go to the Landmola fight while Sniper climbs the tower.
Yep, these are both checks which the Elder Runner already has done.
So for a minute while we're watching the these two respective climbs, I'll just give a quick shout out to both of these runners. Please give them a follow. Give a shout out to our tracker Philisty, who's kept up incredibly with this silly seed.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It's always hard to command on key sanity.
And a shout out to Trix, who's been a fantastic co-com today.
Oh, thanks. It's very heartwarming.
Please follow both Philisty and Trix.
Yeah. Also, please follow my fellow co-commentator. It's a lot of fun to comment. We also have a pretty close race.
And with the shoutouts done, we're just about in boss fight mode again.
Who do you expect to win at this point? I think it's hard to tell somehow.
I give an edge to Sniper on this one, and the reason is the big keys placement in Ganon's tower.
Yeah, behind Amos Knights is not a nice spot. Takes a while to get there. Oof.
To answer why Sniper is doing these seeds, doing this boss fight, this is an all dungeon seed.
I almost fell into that hole.
And now, another mountain climb.
Quadruple dip.
Is this 4 climbs or 5? I can't remember. First, Dead Rocks.
Yeah, oh gosh. Let's see. Anyways, I think it would have been quicker if he would just finish Turtle Rock before doing GT.
The big thing he needed to do was find out where his Aga small key was.
No.
Because by doing Aga there and finding what was in that check, it told him if he needed to... Well, actually, that told him that he didn't need the small key off of Lumberjack when he found the Aga small key there. If he'd found... Actually, I don't think there's a world that... He only has 2 GT smalls, I think, total. I'm losing my train of thought here, but the small key on Lumberjack could have been a GT small in Sniper's head, I think. And so, by finding the Aga small key there, it tells him that it's not a GT small.
Yeah. Oh gosh, wall masters. Yeah. You're still, while taking care of pretty good execution, you still have to think of things like this, like counting keys, and once you've escaped the logic, keeping track of where you escaped the logic and which key could be where. That's can be pretty exhausting.
At this point, Sniper just has to get down to Trinex. Meanwhile, Obscure is taking the same route to Ice Armos that Sniper did.
That's the common route, that if you have small key, you go to the right, and if it's small key shuttle, of course, you have at least one after more than 2 hours. And because in terms of density, it makes more sense to check the first chest on the right side, then go to the left. And RadicalSniper's making his way to try next, while ObscureLifeForm still looking for the small key, for the big key. We know that he'll find it soon, but it just takes some more minutes till he gets to ice almost.
And like, I do think this gives Sniper a very large lead that makes it his fight with Ganon to lose.
Yeah. There has to be, at this point, at least one fall, I think.
I think it'd have to be at least 2 falls.
Yeah. And with the gold sword, it's a nice and easy fight.
A wall master in Rando Room.
Yeah, I just saw it. Oh my god. Those wall masters, they're just like, ah. Yeah, good point, chat. It was very unlucky that ObscureLifeForm mismarked his desert. Dungeon as pendant. This could have saved him 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I think.
A couple of minutes, yeah. It will have saved him a mountain climb of time.
Yeah.
And Sniper at 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 30 seconds is dropping into Ganon.
And with the gold sword and blue and have managed against silvers, I don't think there will be any problem.
And once again, we have a simultaneous boss fight.
And pretty easy in the second phase. With the gold sword in hand.
And not too many warps today either.
Yeah, that's nice. So much trolling in the seat. No, this phase is nice. Try to get torch glitch, misses it.
It's not a required thing at all when you have silvers.
Yeah, sure. Oh, goes for a double there, almost a triple, and there's the fourth one.
And so long as Sniper does not fall off this 1x3 bridge, you can get your GGs in chat for RadicalSniper.
And we have a winner after 2 hours and 12 minutes.
With an official racetime.gg time of 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 52 seconds. GG to RadicalSniper.
It was a pretty troll defeat.
Come on, Nick. We'll see if we can get Sniper in the booth with us. But until then, ObscureLifeForm is climbing Ganon's tower. And making heavy use of the Bombus Medallion to get through these guard rooms.
By the way, this is not only a win for RadicalSniper.
It's a win for Amish Paradise.
Yep. And they're now in the next round. And Noble Foxes, unfortunately, have to leave the tournament in the division finals. And also RadicalSniper takes revenge for his lose to ObscureLifeForm in the group stage. Because their ObscureLifeForm won versus RadicalSniper.
So yeah, Amish Paradise has moved on, and their next opponent will be the winner of the Dark Side of the Triforce and Black Lotus match.
Exactly. Then we have lead Black Lotus 2 and Dark Side of the Triforce 1. So we have at least one game, maybe 2 games.
But we've got Obscure Lifeform is past Landmola 2. These rooms are just not as much fun as they are in Randomizer.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes you have lag in Randomizer, the rooms are easier, but in the gauntlets, or if you climb GT, chances are good that you don't have a lot of fun there.
It takes out what I call the most satisfying rooms in the game. Because in the vanilla setup for enemies, those are whiz robes, which you can just use to cane of Samaria.
Yeah. It's easy if you're used to do this, to kill them all with one trick, but it always looks nice. It looks so skilled.
And as Obscure Lifeform has entered the Moldorm battle,
Next try for Moldum 2. Oh, what happens now? Does he have to fight him again? Yeah, he has to. I've never seen this before.
as Obscure is going into the final floor of Ganon's tower, where you'll have a geometry lesson from Aghanim.
Yep, he's going to use Aga to fight, and then also right after that going to Ganon and finish the seed as well.
Meanwhile, these patterns for Aga 2 are not very pleasant, are they?
No. The seed is anyways, I don't know.
And then
Sometimes
we've got
nice,
a
sometimes
ridiculous
scrolly.
desync. Wow. And Aghanim's second battle has been completed, leaving Obscure Lifeform with a fight with Ganon. And at 2 hours, 17 minutes, and about 40 seconds, Obscure Lifeform drops into Ganon.
Also with his gold sword, it's going to be pretty easy. And the silver arrows. Also good lineup with Ganon. Not a big deal to finish him here.
You just don't want to get hit by those fire bats. That's 3 hearts of damage on blue mail.
Yeah. But Obscure Lifeform has his red mail.
He does not have his red mail.
He doesn't?
He saves scum to red mail.
Oh, okay. Just look at the tracker.
Yeah, I can see the confusion there. But he actually save scummed the red mail to avoid having to burn that small key and have to find the fourth.
Right. I remember. And go. One more left.
And the pig is down for Obscure Lifeform. So once they cross that 1x3 bridge, you can get your GGs in chat for Obscure Lifeform and Noble Foxes, who've had a very good run this season.
Exactly. It's a pretty nice run. 7 minutes on all dungeon key sanity.
And we'll see if we can get Obscure Lifeform into the booth with us as well.
Yeah, looks like we have RadicalSniper and ObscureLifeForm. We'll have them both for an interview.
Hello?
And welcome to Obscure Lifeform and RadicalSniper. GG's to both of you.
GG.
I know my first question has to be, what do you think of that powder location?
That was my first question too.
Perfect.
Where was powder again?
Hammer pegs.
Oh. I mean, it was nice.
Fake powder.
But GG's to both of you guys, and congratulations to Sniper and Amish Paradise for moving on to the next round.
Thank you. That was
What were your thoughts on the siege?
I'll just say, like, I felt okay for a while, because honestly, like, I felt in the beginning like I was making decent plays. Clearing most dungeons in a single dip felt nice. I got really scared at the end when I realized right after I got the GT big, I was like, I should have gone to TR. But in my head, I was trying to rationalize all the logic in the moment of knowing that the Lumberjack was the TR small. And I was trying to think, could the Castle Tower small be on Lava Island? And I was like, does it make sense? Will it work? And I just couldn't. And I should have realized that after getting the GT small, or the Castle Tower small, the first one in... Where was the first one? In GT? Like,
Crystal Roller.
Earlier.
What?
The first key was in Crystal Roller.
Okay, so... Yeah, that was my problem, was I was trying to think of what it all meant, and had this fear that the Castle Tower small was in the GT climb or on Lava Island, so I didn't know what to do. And I should have realized what the seed was saying. So that was the only thing I was really scared about.
So, go on, sorry.
No, go ahead. I was trying to think of a question I was going to ask you, but you have something you want to say.
Yeah. So how did you feel about the second Castle Tower key then? Was like, oh my god, there it is, or were you kind of happy, or?
Relieved?
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting to dive in there and then leave and come back later, like double dick, have a one.
Yeah, I was ready to... I had the mirror out, ready to say, I've got all these other things, you know, I've got the shovel, I could go back to TR, and I should have realized, like, it couldn't have been TR at that point, so I think the only other option at that moment was shovel. At least in my mind. I don't know.
Yeah, at this point, for both of you, there weren't really much locations left. And nothing was that Radical Sniper, you found the boots like 20 minutes earlier than Obscure, I think. How did you feel, Obscure Lifeform, when you found that boots? because he could have grabbed them quite early.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually found them by accident. I only went over there because I was like, oh, okay, I can actually check Maya, see what's going on over there, and possibly see if Desert's key locked or boots locked. And I was like, oh, great, boots are actually here. And I just picked up the boots in the swamp. I was like, if Radical actually followed the seed, because I knew I went up the mountain quite early, found the Titans, the green pendant and everything, and the flute. And so I knew I was kind of working out a logic. I was like, okay, if Radical actually went swamp, which is probably what the seed wanted, he may have picked up this book and checked this. I mean, usually I'd run over in desert and check what's on Desert Ledge anyway, but this one time I decided, hey, let's just keep going. I've got a race to play right now. So I was really disappointed when I saw them up there. I was like, okay, this is quite big. There's a good chance Radical might have these.
Yeah, I after getting Dark World access, I was like, traditional, I start Hype Cave, and then I'm like, I've got Mirror, so I'll do Stumpy, 45, and Dig, and I was like, great. And then I realized, wait, I have full clearable access of Swamp Palace, and I've already got 2 Skullwood small keys. I didn't have the Fire Rod at the moment. So then I was like, you know what? I'm only at 5 hearts. I'm going to wait a moment before heading into Swamp Palace. Maybe I'll get a heart. So I went and did Village of Outcasts, and then I was like, okay, let's believe that the seed is telling me, because I think I got the 3rd Skullwood small key in there. And then I was just like, we're going to do Swamp. I'm guessing we're going to find Fire Rod soon. The seed is screaming Pyramid Fairy. But, I was like, Bombo's Tablet, Agina, we'll wait till Agina until after checking Desert, do Desert Ledge. And then I'm like, let's see what the Desert logic is. And it was funny because I had done a practice with some friends the other night it was full key sanity. And I stole the key in the back. And this time I was like, wait, no, stealing the key's fine.
Obscure, you actually have a question from chat today. But somebody would like to know why you did Spike Cave after Hera Basement and found the TR key there. Which I think we know why, but would you answer that for chat?
I mean, I died in there earlier, and I mean, I was just trying to find the last bits of logic. Because I was literally running out of locations, so it just made more sense just to go check Hera Basement and save and quit after doing Spike Cave. Ideally, I would have done it the first time around, but I kind of messed up with my inputs, and instead of using my blue cane, I used the hook shot. Or no, I pushed the grab and started grabbing. I was like, no, stop. Fortunately, I just didn't have enough time to put on the blue cane.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Luckily, we didn't go into the... Luckily, that didn't cost you much time in the long run.
Yeah, it was just annoying, really. Yeah, and then diving Turtle Rock with 1 key, it was just like... I thought it was a bit weird. I was like, usually you've got at least 2 keys. And so I dived in there. I was like, okay, progression must be here at the front somewhere. I was like, or a small key or something. It's going to be one of those really weird, awkward logic seeds for Turtle Rock. But yeah, there was nothing there. So I had to go back in a second time.
I will say I liked the check the save scum on the lava island.
Oh yeah, that's got Nobly to thank for that one. He's king of key scams. So I thought, you know what, I don't want to isolate it. I've already isolated a chest in pod. I was like, let me just check it out, and then because I knew Turtle Rock wasn't actually in logic and I wasn't supposed to complete at that point, so I was like, okay, let me just check just in case something's here, because I'm really running low on locations.
So, do either of you have any final thoughts on this seed?
I mean, not particularly. It was well raced by Radical Sniper. It's just unfortunate sometimes. You can practice as much as you want. It just comes down to the seed. And today, Radical Sniper managed to beat me. I mean, we had our AD keys in the league against each other. So coming into this race against Radical, when it comes down to rematches, it's always terrifying because they always they're out for blood. They always bring the fire. So yeah, when I was against Radical, I was like, oh no, like he is not gonna sit back. He is out for the win here. So, and yeah, congratulations to him and his team. They managed to pull through. I mean, it's been an amazing 9 weeks, and it's been a heck of a ride to get here. And today, it's the Amish Paradise that are going forward. So congratulations to all three of the players. They've all run really, really well for the last 9 weeks. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'll mirror, GG's to Obscure. I don't know if there was any extra motivation on my end after our week 6 matchup. We were 5 minutes apart for that one. So, you look at that and you go, okay, I feel, a race could go either way, especially in this kind of mode. MCS is really weird at times. And, it's interesting having raced the 2 where I only got 1 pick. But it was a lot of fun for sure. Really looking forward to seeing who we're going to face off against in the next round. I know Zero and Jaws are also, equally motivated for that week. I know it's either going to be Black Lotus or Dark Side of the Triforce right now. So, and I know that the next race is tomorrow for them. So we're definitely going to watch. We do a lot of pickup games with Dark Side of the Triforce, so that would be fun. But it's going to be tough to see what happens. It's kind of odd, I'll say, to think that we're right now 3 wins away from an invite to Invitational next year. Like, that's scary. Talking to Jaws and Zero and just thinking of where we are as a team, Jaws and Zero are mentor tournament alums, and I started around the same time with Rando. So, it's crazy to think where we are right now compared to, 9 weeks ago, let alone 9 months ago. But I do want to thank everybody, thanks comms, restream, tracking. I really appreciate being on SpeedGaming. It was awesome.
Yeah, GG to both of you again. And with that, I'll give one more shout out to both of these runners. Please give them follows. Follow my co-com Tricks. Follow our tracker, Philistine, because tracking is not an easy job at all. And regarding upcoming races, let me see if I can find a schedule real fast.
I can help you with this one. There'll be a game at 6:10 EST. OK game with Team Mojai. White Wiki was Lanxian. It's on SpeedGaming 4. And we have... there's also another game where we don't have a restream. So for today, it's only this game left, I think. And on Thursday at 12:10 p.m., we have Dark Side of the Triforce vs Black Lotus.
Actually, when it comes to restreams, we also have for invitational playoffs. Did You Check Your Boot versus WJP DTB, Rampant Revenant versus Willard J. Bradley on SpeedGaming 2, also at 6:10 EST, as well as Pug Trio versus 2019 Titans of 2019, Weighty Words versus Sailor Nep on SpeedGaming 1, also at 6:10 EST.
Yep, you're right. You're referring to the invitational schedule. I was talking about the open schedule, and they're almost all games are game 4 or even game 5.
So there's a lot of good races on the Speed Gaming channels. You should take a look at all of them. And all of those races happen in the next 25 minutes.
Yeah. So look at all of the 4, respectively 5 games. Yeah. Most of them you'll see on Speed Gaming.
But with that, thank you for joining me in the booth today, Trix.
Thank you for joining me as well. I had a lot of fun. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks runners for racing, and thanks to for Trekker for trekking.
And have a good rest of your day, everybody.
All right, guys. Bye.